Well, guys, is there anything more relaxing than sitting stroking a cat? OT off. Well, there is, until your dog gets involved. Now they know that this is the cat's time. OT, go away, please. Go and settle down. Now, I'm afraid there do have to be some rules in place in our house. If I choose to have dogs and cats together, they all have to have their own space. Good girl, OT, well done. So this is Hugo. He was a fairly feral farm cat on a friend's farm, but he always wanted to be friendly. He just didn't know how. And I was quite looking for a second cat. And there was something about him that really, really sort of drew me to him. So we caught him. And he moved in with me on a temporary basis to start with, just to make sure it was going to work out. Well, within the first 2 days, he got himself stuck in the cupboards behind the aquarium. He then got himself stuck in the kitchen, under the work surface. I've still got the scars from trying to get him out. I realised it just wasn't going to work having him loose. So he went into OT's massive canvas crate from when she was a puppy. And if he wanted food, he had to let my hands in. And that got through to him. I had a litter tray in there, because I needed him house trained really, before he was out loose. And as you can see, he has become the most ridiculously friendly cat. He just loves to be stroked. There's definitely still a wild side to him. I often won't see him for days on end. I still think he heads over towards my friend's farm. I'd love to put a tracker on him and find out. But that's just something I have to accept. That there will be long periods of time where he just disappears. But he more than makes up for it when he's here. And as you can see, it's just the most affectionate, wonderful little cat. Lloyd, my other cat, he's actually just headed out. He loves a stroke and a fuss, but it's very much on his terms. And if he gets spooked, that's it, he's gone. Whereas Hugo, if I want to stand up to go and do something, I find him sort of clinging to me. But he really is such a sweetie. Who's the bestest little tabby cat? Are you the bestest little tabby cat? Well, we've just heard the cat flap go. Hello. OT, go and settle down, please. It's not all about you. OT, go and settle down. Good. Good girl. Okay. As I said earlier, I do have to make sure my cats get some time. Oh, hi, Barking Mad. I assume, actually, you probably haven't met the cats before. So this is Hugo. And he just is the softest, most soppiest cat in the world. Can't believe he was wild. Hey. He's just an absolute sweetie now. Lloyd's come in, seen that my lap is taken, and gone to have some dinner instead. Good boy. Good boy. As you can see, if I stop stroking him, my hand gets grabbed and I basically get put back in position. All right. Good boy. Oh, I think cats on laps are a good place for cats to be. Mine don't get much time on my lap. So they like to make the most of it when they do. You good boy, you good cat. And people say cats are boring. I don't think they are. I think they sort of complement each other very, very well. I've got my hooligan dogs, who obviously keep me busy. And a brilliant company. But the cats are something else. They do make me just sit down, whereas I could have gone and done washing up. They actually make you just sit in life. Oti, there's lots of other chews. Go and choose another one. Good boy, you go. Good boy. You go just. He just really loves this sort of spot under his chin rubbed. And it's actually under his chin, not under his throat like most cats do. He says, I don't mind the throat, but I prefer actually under my chin. You're such a sweet boy. I wonder why cats don't get sunburnt noses, whereas dogs or horses with pale noses would. You really are the sweetest cat ever. Oh, look at him. You're a good boy, aren't you? My dad and stepmom had a cat very, very similar in looks. Heidi, she was gorgeous. But a bit like Hugo. You see Hugo like this, but if there's someone he doesn't know, he's not in here. He just won't even come in. It's amazing how different he is. Yeah, when I thought he wasn't happy here and he was disappearing for days on end, I did sort of debate saying, well, would Dad and stepmom like him? But actually. I couldn't be without you. You funny little thing. You are a gorgeous, gorgeous cat. Good boy. Right. I'm going to have to upset him in a minute and go to bed. But it's been lovely to catch up with you all. And we'll see you all again soon, although I've just heard Lloydie jump down. Lloyd? Lloyd? You're not Lloyd. You're Merlin. Lloydie cat. Lloyd's not sure about Merlin. He loved Tia, my previous collie, absolutely loved him, and grew up with her. He's become good friends with Otie and sort of greets her when she comes in and things. But Merlin's just a bit quicker. Tia was quite old. And Otie's just a little bit slower moving, whereas Merlin's got the sort of corgi nippiness and collie sharpness. And he doesn't do anything mean or horrible, but he's just a bit much for the cats, I think. Whereas Hugo actually doesn't mind him, but no, Lloyd's definitely a bit dubious. He's so nosy. Good boy. Good boy. Now, he's just heard Lloyd eating, and chances are he has now decided that he needs some more dinner. So I feed my cats. They have ad lib dried food, and then they have half a sachet of meat, a quarter of a tin of meat. Can you not stand on the remote control? You go. Right. Lloyd's gone back out, so Hugo will probably go with him. Like I say, my cats do love a fuss, but they are also both former farm cats and love their outdoor lifestyle. So yeah, he's off. Right guys, nice to have seen you all. And then I get surrogate cats. Now this one is only allowed up by permission. Okay. Merlin. Up. And Merlin thinks he's a cat. Now I have to remind Otie that when she was a puppy, she got... Okay, it's obviously puppy playtime. I don't blame the cats for having disappeared. Right. As the cats have disappeared, I'm just left with hooligan puppies who've decided it's now time to play. Don't sit on your brother. Right. I'm going to say goodbye. Nice.